All right, guys. Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching this recap. It was a great trading day that we had, and we still do. And let me put this one here. And at the open, it was a little bit difficult, but we got some in the after, later in the session after 10 o'clock. We got some really nice, with the help of I think most important trading tool that you have, Market Atlas. And we have a joke about it that Market Atlas never lies, and the reason for that is I'm going to actually show it to you why. So right now we are seeing, it's, a lot of people say, okay, how does Market Atlas work? It's really simple. Market Atlas is essentially the level 2 that you're seeing on DAS right now. And these are the depth of the market, but it just have a time axis. So we just do the historical time axis in there. And you can see these orders when they came, when they left, and then when they're coming. And then you can zoom out a little bit. DAS doesn't give you the access of zooming out, but we get the zoom out here. That right now, as you see, the price of NVIDIA is at 201.25. We have some big orders 202, 203, 204, and we don't have significant amount of orders to the downside. When there is a huge imbalance between these two, you can safely say that the price has a tendency to go toward those liquidity pools. So I have a lot. So right now, if I zoom out, so there is a really significant order toward to 205, and the question is that is there any significant amount? This is like 430,000 shares. Is this 430,000 shares something down here as well or not? So, and this is the bid and ask that is currently trading. So because there is a huge imbalance, there is a lot here and there's not much here, this is a bullish book. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it actually goes toward that 205. So what is important, what is very important is looking at the price action. And what are you doing in the price action? Are you above the VWAP or below the VWAP? So it's very important to trade the long if you're above the VWAP. If for example, you see any signal at the open, and you to go long and it drops below the VWAP, you have to get a stopped out. And that's exactly what happened in my first trade here. So I went long, and I wanted to get the breakout because we had this order toward 205, 204, but I did get stopped out because lost the VWAP. So if I show you 1 minute candlestick, so here's the 1 minute candlestick. So opened weak, came up, and I said, okay, this is gonna go really squeeze above for a 1 minute opening range breakout. I went long, but it dropped. I got stopped out, and it did go red all the way, and now it just came back up. And after it came back up, and I saw that the market is gaining momentum, I went long. I added more, and the orders were still showing up to the upside, and then I decided to stay in this trade. So, and this is a very nice, interesting trade that we could make the losses back. Same trade we did with PLTR. PLTR was also another very interesting trade that I have a screenshot that I'm going to show you. PLTR we traded yesterday, and it was really nice. And then today it was ready to break to about 150 and go higher on a daily chart. So what we looked into the trade, again at the open, it closes as a doji in the first 1 minute. That would have been a sign that maybe I would have not trading it, because the dojis are usually not good. But anyways, I went long because we had this big order at 150. I have a screenshot, I'm going to show it to you, but it did drop really bad and I got stopped out. As soon as it came back up and I saw that the orders at 150 is still there, I went long, I added more, and this was a really interesting trade because I really added a couple of times in there because the order was still up there at 150. And I stayed in trade for a very long time. And as you see here, the breakout happened and we went all the way up to 152. And I want to show you the screenshots that we had. The same trade on AMD. So same trade on AMD. Again, at the open, I went long because we had the order at 293, 295, and all the way to 300. But I got stopped out, came back up, and I went long again. And let's see what AMD is having right now. So if I zoom out on AMD, again, it doesn't show much here because there's some 293, 294, but still the 300, I think it should be a good order up there. There you go. So you can see the 300 at 155,000 shares at 300 stacking up there. But that doesn't necessarily mean go there. You have to look at the price action. So again, I went long at 291 all the way up to 296. So we made the losses at the open back. But I want to show you now a couple of screenshots to show you, it's easy to look at the charts now when the trade actually happened. But show me that when you were making the decision. So here it is. So this is my chart, and you see this is the PLTR. The most important thing that you have to look at this chart is the time. So at 9:31, so I set this big order at 150. And even though the candlestick was a doji, I decided to take that trade for 1 minute opening range breakout. But maybe that would have been a sign for me to wait a little bit because these dojis are not really good. So I saw the order at 150 and I went long. In that time it was up 2%, and I thought, okay, maybe this is a good trade to take that. And then here I got stopped out, but it came back up above the VWAP, and I saw that the order at 150 is still there. So since the order was still there, I decided to take the trade long at 149. I added because I was now certain that this is going to go toward 150. And again, look at the time stamp is very important here if you want to get an idea of what's happening here. 9:45, I added more. Still, the order is at 150. So 5 minutes later, this order is still ready, and you see the value of the orders is actually adding in there too. So the color is changing. It means that the number of the shares are changing. And 9:47, 2 minutes later, we continue going push toward it, and still the order 70,000 shares is in there. The orders are adding or removing, but it's still significantly higher as the orders below. So it goes toward the liquidity. 9:59, I'm still in there. I added more, and still the order at 150 is there. And again, go back a little bit down here, 9:59, you see the order 67,000, and it's completely bigger than the orders downside. So it's completely dwarfed compared to the other orders that we're having. And the last 10:14, there you go. This is the moment that we broke out toward 151. And do you see how time and the orders are actually now moving up toward the higher prices at 151? I mean, it should be very clear that you're going toward that. That would have been a sign for me maybe to add on it, but I already had a very big position on PLTR here, and I didn't need to add on that. And see, we ordered at 151, they took it out. So do you see this order is gone now? Because that was the transaction happened. The volume at 151 is obvious that it happened. So this order was not fake. It actually was taken out, and now you have to see if there's order to the upside or not. As of now, I don't see anything here because there's some big order here, but there's not something significant. But you need to zoom out a little bit because now the market order has changed. If you zoom out, you see that 152, you really goes toward 152. Now the same trade on AMD. I want to take some screenshots on it. This is my second trade on AMD. So at the open, I had this big order at 295. That's why I went long. I got stopped out. This is the first trade. But as soon as it came back up at 291, I see it really came above the VWAP. It closed above the VWAP, very strong. Okay, so do we have the order at Market Atlas? Yes, 295. And then you go long, and I was ready to add a little bit more here because I really extended from the VWAP. I was adding to if it pulls back, I was ready to add and then put a stop loss at around 289. But I was lucky lucky and unlucky because I didn't get to add more. But as you see, it just ripped higher. As soon as it ripped higher and the order still is up there at 295, I decided that okay, maybe this is the time to add on it at 292, and then the order is 293 and 295 are the orders that is up there. Let's see what else do we have. Boom. So a partial at 293, and then again, as you see, the order is very, very clear. It's very, really, really simple to find these trades and read this level too. And again, this is expensive market data that we're getting directly from NASDAQ. And it's not free, and you have to pay for it, unfortunately. Not only for the service that we provide, but also for the service that NASDAQ is providing to us. They expect us to pay $20 per month per person for anyone who's using this. So from the $99 per month that you have to pay for Market Atlas, actually $20 of that goes to NASDAQ, and the rest stays for us and our technology and our servers and everything. And again, these are very simple, but not easy. The difficult part is how to process this information that you're having and put it next to the price action. And when to take the trade is the hard part. Again, the concept is really simple, but not easy to execute. And the difficult part is, first of all, to recognize when the orders are meaningful, so they're significant, and when the price action confirms getting in there. That big order at 295 was probably available during this time as well, but I stayed away from AMD because a choppiness below the VWAP is not a place for me to get in there. But as soon as I get the confirmation that we closed above the VWAP and it's very strong, that is the moment that I went long. I was hoping to get a pullback here to add, but I didn't get the pullback, and I added on the way up. And as you see here, it was a really massive, nice move up. And the last screenshot that I have to you is the 295. When we took the 295 out, and now the orders that we're having is at 300. So the question is, are we going to get to 300 or not? So the price action tells me that it might get to 300, but you should expect a consolidation because we are significantly above the VWAP. And volume weighted average price is the most important indicator on your chart. And the tool that I think the most important tool is the Market Atlas, that I think every person must have it if your style of trading is scalping. If you're not a scalper, or if you're trading penny stocks, probably Market Atlas is just a waste of money for you. So that was my recap. And if you have any question, guys, just leave it in the comment. And we have so much information about how to use Market Atlas and how to scalp based on Market Atlas. Andrew Aziz, if you have any question, email me, andrew@bearbletraders.com, and all this information available in our YouTube. And if you want to see this screen live, you can come to chat room and trade with us.